A junkie walking through the twilight. I'm on my way home. I left 3 days ago, but no one seems to know I'm gone. Home is where the hatred is. Home is filled with pain, and it may not be such a bad idea if I never come home again. Listen, think about the beat. Stand as far away from me as you can and ask me why. Hang on to your rosary beads. Close your eyes to watch me die. You keep saying, kick it, quit it, God, but did you ever try? Something wrong with my voice, y'all. To turn your sick soul inside out so that the world can watch you die. Home is where I love inside my white powder dreams. Home was once an empty vacuum that are now filled with my silent screams. Home is where the needle marks try to heal my broken heart. And it may not be such a bad idea if I never came home again, home again, home again, home again. Kick it, quit it, kick it, quit it, kick it, quit it, kick it, quit it. Can't go home again. Guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. I'm eccentric RockStar'Seed. And yes, you are still in your comedic era, but you get premonitions about your loved ones. Keep in mind, take what resonates, leave what does not. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Oh, my Reb, I have indeed wronged my soul. Please forgive me. Surah number 28, I think that's 16. Okay? Some about you didn't fit the lifestyle. And then there's other thing about wishing bad out of spite and jealousy. Someone is really acting out of sincere insecurities. I didn't mean for that to rhyme. I'm just saying. You keep saying, kick it, quit it, God, but did you ever try? I wish I used my voice as much as I used to. I could sing a lot better. And now my voice is like, you haven't been practicing. Your voice sounds off tune. The tone is to be brave and to be true. Okay, that's the overall tone of this energy. Okay, some about being there for you. You have to be tough for somebody, but not in a way that you might think I'm talking about. Like you have to really step off. Okay, and this is life after you stepped off, or you're getting a premonition that this is life after you stepped off. It could be it flip flops from both ends, so you put it where it applies. But when you see the spirit warrior, that's to be brave and to be true. Okay, be true to yourself. Okay, something about you earning the right to make a significant progress in your life, and that's something about God will make certain that you're ready for that breakthrough by testing your spiritual maturity. That's you needing to step off. And then God wants to make sure that we're wise enough to use our increased power and any other blessings wisely and not hurt ourselves or others, even if no one else knows about it. So, will you behave with integrity and be true to yourself? Will you be kind? Or even when you could be in a position to judge another, be the best human you can be and know that any test you're going through are actually predictions of positive changes and divine gifts coming your way. But integrity really, really means, Pisces, being true to yourself. It doesn't matter what anyone else has to say about it or if their values are different to yours. So when you think and act from a spiritual warrior space, you're learning to stand up and fight with love for what matters to you. Sometimes it can seem like you need to live a higher standard than others, but when you need to be a better person in a situation, it's been a setup that way by it's set up that way by the Most High, because you can actually be that person. Especially if you look up to another person, it's like you have those same characteristic traits as that person. So not everyone is capable of that. The heavier loads, is they say God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. Something about being more spiritually responsible. And then the more we have that help to succeed. Like if you had that help, if you knew you had that help, would you step up to the plate? Being a spiritual warrior, though, it doesn't always be the easiest path. It's not always the easiest thing to succumb to or surrender to, but actually it's easier in the long term. So that's the space I think you're speaking at. You're speaking from the space I'm speaking from for this group of Pisces, or somebody who's cross watching for a Pisces, or someone who has a Pisces placement, is what the long-term effects is what you're living out now. So all the blood, sweat, and tears you put in to get to where you're at now, that's the space, the place and space you're acting from. Now, be there for you is clarified by tribe of a kindred. When I hear the part, you keep saying, kick it, quit it, kick it, quit it, it's something about this gives me the premonition of a lighter side and a darker side, of lighter attributes and darker attributes of somebody going through spiritual warfare. Obviously, if you're battling any kind of addiction, and it's not always in the form of like cocaine or narcotics abuse or alcohol abuse, it's not always in the form of those things. It could be a person, place, of things. I could be speaking to somebody with a shoe addiction. It doesn't always have to be as harsh as a drug addiction, but you see the lengths that somebody can have a gambling addiction. It could be anything, or an addiction to having children, or an addiction to sex, anything. It's like it's time to let yourself off the hook, though. Don't interpret the behavior of other people or circumstances outside of your control to indicate something negative about you. You have to forgive yourself for anything that you felt you did wrong. And you can learn from your choices more easily if you stop punishing yourself whenever you feel that you made a mistake. Someone is way too judgmental in hindsight. Even some of the decisions that we regret can help us grow wiser when we swap judgment for compassion. You get it? So, something about you having to be open and sensitive, and something about you having such a beautiful heart that sometimes the world cannot meet the heart of yours on equal terms. And sometimes your heart or their heart is just too closed off and afraid. But that's okay, because it's a part of why you're here, Pisces, to help heal and open the hearts of the world. So you could feel like you're not getting the credit for helping people heal. Like you could have people come to you and gravitate towards you because you're like very empathetic and compassionate towards people, towards humanity. And I feel like a lot of people that are attracted to you are often, more often than some, people who need your help. People who are in a broken space or brokenhearted, mentally shot down, mentally put down, and you have this tendency of helping and healing and nursing people back to health. And then they go off and give that gratitude to the next person. And sometimes you may feel frustrated and not understand why people think they could just misuse and play and take your kindness for weakness. Before you get all snappy or just like feeling like bad about yourself or feeling bitter, that's a part of your higher purpose. So where's your counterpart at is what you want to say. With the tribe of kindred, I carry your heart, I carry it in mine. This is you. You are often alone. Not lonely, but alone. You often spend time tapping into like your darker side. Just you nurture your darker side just as much as your light side. I feel pain in my face, the right side of my face. I don't know where that just came from. It's like a sinus ache. It's not a pressure, it's an ache. All on the side of my face. Maybe you were under, somebody could have been under the influence and they hit their head, or somebody bust them in the head. Then they were under the influence and they feel the effects of it now that they're starting to sober up. Because that song I was singing is, he's talking about being on drugs, obviously, because he's talking about white powder dreams and the empty vacuum where he hides his silent scream. So it's somebody who's still suppressing what they struggle through every day, and something about not having you no more or at all. Sometimes you got to let people go for them to get it right because it's codependent. Somebody is too far going to the left for you to be able to help them because it would be codependent in a way where they're not making as big of an effort that they're supposed to help themselves. You can know somebody is your soul tribe, but they're not in the best space right now. And somebody is like being spiteful, jealous, somebody's like really insecure about you because you're not there. But it's something about you is similar to a Scorpio, where you know how to pick yourself up and give yourself that type of love and protect yourself and all that kind of stuff. Like you don't always give in to people. So when you do, it's a real thing. It's the real deal. Somebody feels judged because the lyric in the song is like you're holding your rosary beads and you're closing your eyes while wishing for me to die. Like somebody is tired of seeing somebody in such a tragic space. But who are you to judge? Because the rest of the lyrics, what I get from it, is like, it's like you keep saying, kick it, quit it, God, but did you ever try to turn your sick soul inside out? It's like this is somebody who snaps back. I feel like from that part of it, I feel like somebody's snapping back. Like you're not gonna keep talking down to me like I'm the scum of the fucking earth when you're sitting there passing judgment or you're kicking me while I'm down. And turn your own soul inside out so the world could watch you die. It's something about somebody being in their addiction is more you're showing their authentic self. It's not the most charismatic way to express it, obviously, but that those people are very real. As they speaking and acting from a real space. But that comes with suppressing something for so long, it bursts out the seams after a while. Somebody could be writing somebody off like, oh, you just snapping out. It might be the drugs. No, that's them speaking and acting from a real space. Home is where the heart is. You're going from home is where the hatred is to home is where the heart is. That's where you come in. Give your heart permission to reveal to you the people, the places, the activities that feel like home for you. I feel like that went left somewhere along the lines. Like you're in a phase of transition in your life. That don't sound like somebody's addiction. Casting off which is not true to your heart in favor of which really feels like it belongs in your world. So it took for somebody to go through a drug addiction to really see who don't belong there, but that's typically how it goes. Sometimes the mind resists, thinking that we have let go of too much. Well, if we let go of too much, you won't have nothing. Like the ego has to be an ego death. And that is better to hold on, even if something isn't right. This prevents you from being able to find your way home. It's safe to trust your heart as it attracts into your world that which is truly meant for you. But there's a place for you. Pisces is a place where you belong. Maybe you found it already, or maybe you're still looking. And it doesn't matter how long it takes for you to find it. What matters is that you believe you deserve a real home for your beautiful heart. It's like you deserve love. So even if I'm talking to a group of Pisces who are still like struggling through some kind of like abuse, addictions of some sort, that you don't give up until you're there. I just feel like somebody struggles through an abusive relationship where the person could be trying to pound on you with their fists or their words, like emotional oppression. But let's get it straight. You have the shaman of skulls down here, clarified by the divine badass. Fearless is written on this card. Fearless. Okay? You're tapping into yourself. Like you're starting to wake up from a dream, from a negative connotation. In your heart, you have been asking for something different, something more, and God is answering your prayers. You do not need to be afraid of the changes happening or that they are going to happen because that is a part of the answer from the Most High. You might feel a little uncertain because you cannot see how it's going to all work out, but know that He cares about you. So you keep praying, and it'll provide a way to move through the transition with a lot more grace. You're not crazy to willingly enter this experience. There is nothing that you need to avoid. It's like it's so much for you to gain right now. Something is ending for you, something that has meant a lot to you. Maybe it's a relationship or a phase of your life, an identity that no longer suits you. Maybe it's an inner ending that you cannot quite articulate, but you feel nothinglessness. And it's like a symbolic death with a greater purpose. So when you see this card, it's a spiritually trained to overcome the fear of a symbolic death. And instead of avoiding those changes, to willingly go through them with the awareness that an ending is simply the other side of a beginning. And you learn that endings happen with something new that wishes to be born. So know that this is ultimately for your good and has compassion for the human mind, and that may still feel very uncomfortable and resist to the process. I respect that, Pisces, but so even while we may accept the change or even the gratitude, our minds might feel uncertain and afraid. We might feel confused to try to cling to what is ending, but these are natural human responses to a loss, especially when we sense that loss is irreversible and that life will never quite be the same. So something that's what happens. That's like the other side of that's like hitting a rock bottom. But when you come out of an addiction of any kind, you got to be patient with yourself. You got to be kind, but also know that the new life is happening for you now, according to a higher purpose and loving plan. Your life is meant to change at this point in time. So you got to be encouraged from the ashes of a symbolic death that something about you coming out of this to be brave and to be true. This is what you're going to come out as. You're going through the process of being of that spiritual warrior. So what about you being a divine badass? That's clear. I like that the divine badass is clarifying the shaman of skulls, because you you could feel like you're under pressure to conform maybe to somebody else's opinions or even your own previous plans or ideas, but don't give your power to making choices away to another, whether it's the choice of what to believe or how to behave. Don't give away your power to the past if it will take you away from what you know is true now. Even if it seems to be more difficult in the short term, trust that living what you know is true and right for you is the only way that you can gain happiness. It's like I could tell you till I'm blue in the face how beautiful you are, how much of a soul stirrer you are, and how you rattle cages and rock boats in the name of truth, love, and wisdom. You turn somebody's life upside down. If it's not your own, I think you in the process, your life is upside down just like somebody else's life upside down. Messing with you, Pisces. Okay? You believe that we need to create a world that takes care of all beings, whether they're on drugs, in a broken space, mentally decapitated, suffering from alcohol, Alzheimer's, or alcohol induced Alzheimer's. I feel like you're going to be nursing somebody back to health, and you will be doing that for the rest of your life. You won't be talked out of what you know is true deep in your soul. Like it's something about you refusing to be put down or manipulated by anyone. This is where I think you slap the shit out of somebody, Pisces. I'm not gonna lie. You knock somebody's head straight because you won't let fear, yours or anyone else's, control you. Somebody trying to keep you down where they're at, but you know you're brave and true. There's something about you that they need your heart, they need your backbone. It's like you had to slap them and walk off and leave them to their own demise because they really was playing with your intelligence and they was playing in your face, Pisces. You rebel against any belief system that will put doubt in your mind and fear in your heart. That's one thing you're not, which is scared of anything. You know, you are your own person. And you know that trying to fit in is only for those who are afraid to stand out. So don't insult yourself by trying to be anyone other than your true self. You know that you don't need to be like anyone else. You know how amazing and valuable you are just being a Pisces. You can inspire others to overcome their fears just by believing in the truth of what's in your heart. I just feel like you pull what's deep in people's chests out to the surface and make them deal with it and make them look in the mirror, and you go after what you want with passion and confidence. It's like you're a badass, but in a good way. And this could be somebody's perception of you while they're left to their own demise. Someone was a real coward to you. And it doesn't even matter because They're starting to come to the realization that I can't go home again. Whatever I was doing before, I can't go back to that. Well, you're realizing whatever you came from, you can't go back to that. So you can expect powerful change. Okay. Someone is reaping what they sow right now. Okay. With that Seven of Pentacles. You see that? Get a drum or something for Pisces. We ain't got time for, man, never go home again. Hold up, shorty. Hold up, bitch. Look at my outfit. She said, please don't touch. Look at my fit. I don't care how long it takes to get an op bag. Me and my niggas is out. Steak. Outside. Steak. What the fuck she say? I don't care how long it takes to get an op bag. Me and my niggas outside. Steak. And the Outback. You know her wordplay is crazy. Okay, keep on. But don't mess it up in this century. I'm just saying. It's something that somebody tried to kick you or somebody really, for me to say all that, Nicki Minaj said, I don't know, I don't care how long. The bottom line is you don't care how long it takes to get somebody back. Me and my niggas is outside, steak, we're in the Outback. The bottom line is you hunting somebody right now. Because they did something to you. No, I did something to them. Now it's an Eight of Wands in reverse. Okay, so Eight of Wands in reverse is something that's moving super fast, but that's a big ass no in reverse. And that means that something was brought to a halt. Somebody, you could have been moving steadfast towards a business proposition or just moving steadfast in your own endeavor. And it's been brought to a complete halt. And what's on the bottom is the devil. So in this, you're kicking addictions, Pisces. And you got the Page of Pentacles is in reverse. So that's not going, you changed your mind about going down a certain path. And the Page of Wands is in reverse. You're saying no. All the fire energy is like somebody put the fire out. Or you put, I told you slapped, you done, somebody's face feel like fire right now because you slapped the shit out of them. And that could be metaphoric too. If you didn't actually hit anybody, they got egg on their face right now. Because they was acting toxic and playing in your face, playing with your intelligence, thinking that I look good, I got this body, I got the art of persuasion, I could get Pisces to do what the fuck I want them to do. No, you can't. You can't seduce Pisces. That's in reverse. You can't play on Pisces' empathy and gentle, nurturing, compassion with this says kindergarten teacher in the upright. Can't nobody play on your empathy and compassion? That's a no. And swiftness. Somebody tried to come in with the swiftness. I think they got blocked. That's a no. Someone was, okay. What I'm getting is someone tried to reach out to you when they got in trouble and they couldn't get to you. They can't rely on you no more. They're not made to rely on you no more. Okay? You see that? The Fool is in reverse too. The naivety. And under the Fool is defeat. Five of Swords. That's jealousy. That's in the upright. That's why I got the energy of insecurity. Somebody is spiteful and malicious. Somebody did something out of spite and jealousy. That is jealousy. See you. But what's also what I'm getting to with the Fool in reverse is they are waiting for you. They kind of being looked at as naive, or they trying to create a codependency, or somebody's trying to write them off as you just created another addiction with somebody. And it's not like that this time. It's tribe of a kindred this time. Something about letting yourself off the hook and not judging yourself too harshly is creating that realm of emotional support and nurturing. They see you doing it to yourself. And guess what? Not to make you feel like super arrogant, like it's not to boost your head, but you're healing somebody. You are, because your energy is going this way. So it's pulling them out of their addictions. That's why all this is no seducing, no play, no trying to manipulate people. You will not be manipulated. I just told you that. And then you got the Lovers in the upright. And then you got the Queen of Wands is in reverse. Guess what, y'all? That's what they did out of spite and jealousy, because they thought you was doing it. Oh, you're not giving your empathy to me. You must be a tribe of kindred with somebody else. So they connected with somebody else. A Queen of Wands in reverse. Somebody who is insecure, jealous. Okay, so that's the energy. It may not be your person, but honestly, they are in that low frequency with your person. So they're both are insecure, both are jealous, both are naive, both are acting like assholes right now. Okay, with the Seven of Cups is in the upright, is all a big ass illusion. It just looked pretty on the surface. It's some bullshit behind the scenes with this jealous, insecure, low vibrational, manipulative bitch. That Queen of Wands is in reverse. Like, she don't have nothing on you. She's not empathic. She's not compassionate. Okay, she don't know how to seduce. She barely know how to fuck. She don't know how to please a person. She pulls the person right back. She's trying to pull a person right back into the addiction with the low frequency. She could even do divination by way of negativity, by way of practicing of the dark arts. As usually a Queen of Wands in reverse. She's not a this says queen, this says public defender on the upright. No, this person publicly humiliates your person every day or all the time. So it's fake with the Seven of Swords. Somebody got played. Somebody feels played. So this is why home is where the hatred is. This motherfucker says she hates this person a lot to tear him down with the Five of Swords. The double-ended sword of the tongue. The curse of the tongue. Your tongue could be, they call it a double-ended sword because it can uplift somebody, but it could tear somebody down at the same time. Somebody wanted this person to think that they was there for them, and that this person is taught not to judge himself too harshly. This was not their tribe of kindred, okay? This could have been someone who they could have made this decision based off seniority, okay? Nah, it's a no. Expect powerful change. That's hitting the rock bottom. This is the Queen of Pentacles in the upright. This is the Knight of Pentacles in the upright. The Three of Pentacles is in reverse. And so is the Three of Wands. Impulsivity, impatience. Somebody does not want to collaborate with other people anymore. They want to build something solid with this Queen of Pentacles. Slow and steady wins the race. Or maybe that's what they thought they was getting. It was on the bottom. The Five of Wands. Somebody putting up the good fight. You got to get on the good foot. Somebody is putting up a really, really good fight when I feel like you live in luxury. When you look at these illustrations, look what she feed her family. Okay? She got somebody cooking for her family, so somebody's well off. Now that they don't collaborate with somebody who's impulsive and impatient. This is not somebody who's putting the work in. And then the tone of all this is the Five of Wands. That's all they do is fight. It's two masculine energies fighting at each other. So what did you go with that person for? Because he wanted to feel in charge. This is the Emperor. He wanted to feel like he did something right. He wanted, I want to feel like a somebody in what I'm doing. I don't want to feel like I'm failing. But he feels defeated every day. And even after I shuffled it, the Emperor still wanted to come out. So what about this Emperor? Okay. Oh, let's see. The Knight of Swords is in reverse. This person has no game. This person might be a little dumb. With the Fool, it's giving me dumb. With the Knight of Swords in the upright is usually common sense or somebody who's quick-wit. So if it's in reverse, it's somebody who just being dumb, no common sense, and naive. Or they're made to feel like that. Somebody talks down. This is a nasty ass argument. Somebody talks down to this emperor, or talks down about this emperor. This emperor could be you being successful. And the Three of Swords is in reverse. So every three that's on this board is in reverse. And the Two of Pentacles is in reverse. So there's not no imbalance no more. There's no heartbreak no more. There's no more tearing down nobody no more. This Hermit is in reverse. Somebody does not want to go within. They're making naive decisions. It makes sense why the Hermit would be in reverse. So what is the Emperor in the upright? The Magician. Somebody who's multifaceted, multi-talented, who's shrewd in making a good situation out of a bad one, who know how to improvise from nothing. You see this Five of Cups? The house is a mess. I'm tired of this insecure bitch. So your person could be married, or this person is married. Justice is in reverse. This is karma. Okay, so someone who is hell on wheels right now. You could be led to block all this out and keep going. With the Chariot is moving on. Home is where the hatred is, so I'm not going back there no more. You dig? So this is, if you look at all these cards is in reverse. The Chariot is in the upright. This is somebody I see struggling with a sick heart. You see how he struggles between what's right and what's wrong with the picture. And then you look at this, and it's in reverse. He's in like so full of disappointment. You don't have to sit in all this disappointment. That's what I understand. Like, this is somebody who didn't feel strong enough. And they still want to end up moving on because they felt that energy pull to keep going. You might not have felt strong enough, but you kept going out of blind faith. With the Chariot is moving forward in blind faith, not really knowing where it's going to take you. You can expect powerful change. Okay? Somebody's ready to speak their mind with the King of Swords. The Moon. The Tower. The Hierophant in reverse is short term. Success. Somebody received somebody's faulty ass foundation. The Tower is a foundation that's tore down because it's meant to be tore down because it's built wrong. It's going to fall down. What the hell did I get myself into with this Queen of Wands in reverse? Lovers. They went down the wrong path. With this sycophantic, overly obsessed, overzealous, disrespectful person with the Moon. You see how she's under the moon doing stuff. I told you that. Look at how she looked. Look at the illustration of the moon, and then the Queen of Wands is in reverse. A public defender. This is somebody who don't even stand up in honor of this person. This person act embarrassed and humiliated. This person has no respect for your person. It still don't make sense why the Emperor and clarified by the Magician is surrounded all this stuff. I think that's you, Pisces, the Emperor and the Magician. I just think you operating from a space of strength and integrity. And that's what's propelling this person forward. Like, you're not even addressing the issue. Hierophant is typically long-term in the upright. But somebody didn't go down a religious path or didn't make a decision based off religion with the Hierophant in reverse. That's why it's a Tower, and that's why the Moon is here. And they realize now this is somebody who was trying to win at all costs, and they acted in a low vibration, but your person was in a low vibration. This person could really have had a drug addiction, so they wasn't thinking straight. Their judgment was impaired, and they were codependent. That's how they got in this situation. It's like very toxic, it's very belligerent. It's beyond toxic. It's just very bewildering and belligerent. Lethargic, truculent. There's nothing healthy about it. So the Hierophant is like moving away from a crappy, you could have thought you were going into a religious group, but it's turned out to be a cult division based off the dark arts. Somebody could have made you think, you could have, like, for some, this is somebody who was made to think, if I go that way, that person's not religious, that person's into darker other things, devilish things. So they didn't go tower, went right into a tower, and right into some karma. So it couldn't have been right. Or they could have, when they went that way, that's exactly when they experiencing too many damn towers. Page of Cups, the filmmaker. They try to make it like it's something it's not. It's a tower though. Ain't no two ways about it. Nine of Cups is in reverse. And that says happiness. So it will be happiness in the upright, but it's not. It's the total opposite. It's disgust. This person's disgraced. This person's humiliated. But the only three that came out in the upright is abundance, the Three of Cups. This person's pretending to be happy and they're not. Okay. And it's the Knight of Cups. This is this person's way of trying to fix it, but they're being met with a lot of no's. They feel like they lost their mojo. That's because somebody is manipulating the situation. Look, when I split the deck, the High Priestess is in reverse, very low vibrational. The art of seduction was practiced. The Knight of Cups is the seducer. That's in the upright with the High Priestess in reverse. Sex me, baby, baby, sex me. Somebody fell into the illusion. And you see that Knight of Cups had a crab in the cup. So that's supposed to be like, I guess whoever created this deck, they feel like the Knight of Cups is Cancer energy. But what I'm getting from that illustration with that crab being in a cup, look, hold up, let me show you exactly before I say it. It's like somebody gave them BV. Somebody with some stinking ass coochie seduced your person because that's just what they do. They hustle people. With the Queen of Wands in reverse. You know what time it is. They hustle people. They strip this person of everything. 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 You see that? Look at her cup. Like it looked like he's trying to slip a Mickey in her drink with being a manipulator. You see? Her cup has a crab in it. You dig? What I get is somebody could have slipped something in this person's alcohol and got them to flip out of low vibration, low frequency. They're insecure, spite and jealousy. I said that from the very beginning, and it's coming out that way. Nine of Cups is not emotional fulfillment. This person cannot make this person come at all. I was like, what the fuck do I see in this person? This person is dirty. I see dirtiness, and this was all out of celebration, networking with the wrong people. Oh, the powerful change is that tower. Okay, you done messed up. And now this is what they sitting like. They stuck with the Four of Cups. You see how they sitting lackadaisy on the couch and staring at their phone. They stuck. Like for real stuck. Like it's not a joke. Judgment. Nine of Swords. They have night terrors. Somebody has PTSD. And the Ten of Swords. A painful ending is what's going to happen if they don't snap out of it. But it's a ruin. It's a financial ruin because this is in the mix. Cruelty. I heard somebody, they might as well have stomped the baby out of the person's body. Somebody's child was born with birth defects because of this shit. So your home is where the heart is, and they chose a home where the hatred is because they weren't healed enough. And at least the Two of Swords in the upright, they want peace. Or that's you declaring peace. I wish you nothing but the best. Six of Cups is in reverse. Okay? All them cups of alcohol had something in it. Okay? This is not a soulmate connection. It was not pleasurable. It was actually fucking painful. because this person, he could have slept with somebody who got a disease because of the drugs, the impaired judgment. Okay. But sometimes women are savages too. And I think it was a woman was the one who was like overly aggressive with this person. And there's the death of transformation. Some of you have lost loved ones. The Nine of Pentacles is in reverse. There's no financial gain because there's no come up. What they thought they was getting themselves into is codependency. Now they in a codependent, they were naive with the Fool in reverse. They were like, they was tripping. They weren't ready to do their shadow work. And this is what came out of it. They're going to try to come back. Four of Pentacles is in reverse. And the upright is possessive and power. They don't hold that power or weights over you. They don't hold that power over themselves. They can't even take care of themselves, is what I heard. They feel powerless. They feel weak-spirited. So I guess what they're coming back to you for is your empathy and compassion, but you just don't have it to give right now. You have to say no. You have to tell them no because they really coming at you with that predatory energy. And you in that spiritual warrior phase of life. You in that comedic era too. But you really got to tell somebody no. Like, I can't fuck with you like that. I just don't have it to give you like that. And you have to close the door in their face. Queen of Swords is in reverse. What about this lying bitch? The painter tried to paint a narrative about you to seal the deal. And there's something about her being in reverse. What about her being in reverse? The Empress lied about being pregnant. Really, they just lied on somebody who's of higher frequency and just got their shit together, lied on you, maybe said something derogatory against you and your family, or just said something against your character. They just totally assassinated your character. But let me tell you something. Hold up, shorty. Hold up, bitch. Please don't touch me. Look at my fit. You didn't even acknowledge it. If it even got to you, it didn't even come. You just know better. The Empress is very creative and intuitive, and they couldn't make no money with this motherfucker, but they tried to stop all this shit for you. Like you're unpopular or something like that. Absolutely not. At least the Empress and the Emperor is in the upright. Out of all the cards in reverse, those two are in the upright. Okay? And the Two of Wands is clarifying the Empress. They wanted to send people in a different direction or send business in a different direction. But you cannot copy nobody's creativity. You see how as a painter, she's trying to paint the canvas to go her way, but it's in reverse. You can't copy nobody's creativity. That's why this man fell for the okie doke. He fell in the south node while you in the north node. She took all his money. So be it. While you are brave and true as that spiritual warrior, something about you not beating yourself up, you're there for yourself. You are the tribe of your own kindred. I do feel like this is you honoring your shadow side and your darker side. And your lighter side for the betterment of you. So, Pisces, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe because it's clear this is a train wreck that was not meant for you to be. You're not meant to be derailed off of anything that you're supposed to be doing. You have an assignment and you are attending to that assignment beautifully, as they say. So I don't think he or she wants to be with this other person because clearly it's a nightmare in what he's in, or he's creating a nightmare for himself. But it doesn't matter. You're there for yourself. Like, you're brave and true to yourself. You ain't got the lie to kick it with nobody. And you said, fuck them. You did. You walked away. Okay? You walked away from poverty. That impoverished mindset, that manipulation, whatever somebody thought, the hold they thought they had on you, they are so ego bruised because you showed them otherwise. You didn't say nothing. You just showed them otherwise that this spite and jealousy, was it worth it? You trying to retaliate against an empress. You dig? Somebody who knows their power, who has a high self-esteem, who just doesn't delve into negativity or doesn't have to fake it till they make it to get what they want. They don't have to lie to kick it. This insecurities. This person's met with insecurities because she's coming up as the Page of Swords. I'm sorry, she's showing up as the Queen of Swords in reverse and the Queen of Wands in reverse. So she run her mouth too much and her coochie stink. That is not the Empress. You dig? So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time.